So in this video, I want to answer another question from someone that wanted to know about liver enzymes. So I'm just going to talk about the difference between the two main enzymes, AST and ALT. Do you need to know what they stand for? Absolutely not. These are the normal values. You don't have to memorize them. These are the normal values. The real basic thing you need to know is as the liver gets damaged, these enzymes go up, okay? There's some slight differences between these two. This enzyme is also in other organs in smaller amounts. So just because this is high doesn't mean it's a liver. It could be muscle injury from excessive exercise. It could be a hypothyroid. It could be a problem with any number of things, okay? So anytime you're evaluating, you just want to use this as one of the factors, but you want to look at the big picture and do other testing. So some of the main symptoms of liver damage would be jaundice. So the whites of the eyes are yellow, your skin's kind of yellow, you're tired, you don't have the endurance or vitality anymore, you run out of gas really easily when you're working out. You have something called ascites, which looks like a beer gut or a pot belly. It's not actually fat. That's a fluid-filled sac. The fluid is draining from the liver, because the liver is damaged, into a sac around your abdomen. And so when you actually touch it and you tap it, you can even see a ripple effect. So that's ascites. It's a real major liver problem. Itchy feet, edema in your legs, swelling, bloating, a lot of digestive issues, spider veins, and there's many other symptoms. So there's a couple different things that you can look at to get clues on what's going on with a person. And basically it's the ratios of these two enzymes right here. So if your AST is high and your ALT is high, potentially that could be viral hepatitis. But again, you'd have to do other testing as well. But this will give you a rough idea if you potentially could have this right here. If your AST is high, but your ALT is normal, it could be cirrhosis. If your AST is more than double your ALT, it could be an alcoholic liver. Now, one of the interesting things about the liver is that it's one of the only organs that can regenerate. It can take a beating and repair itself. Of course, there's always a point of limitation. So there's a couple of things I'm going to recommend if you want to repair your liver, okay? Of course, you're going to need to do healthy keto because you want to drop the carbs, because high carbohydrate diets keep the liver inflamed and it keeps it fatty and it'll eventually turn into cirrhosis. And if you're new to my channel, I put a link down below of how to do that. The next thing you need to do is intermittent fasting. Why? Because the liver is involved in digestion, so it's constantly working to help you digest. So when you do intermittent fasting, you give it a chance to rest and heal from the constant work that it always has to do 24/7. A couple other things, avoid refined foods, avoid alcohol. Medications are a big cause of liver damage. So do whatever you can to get healthy so you don't need medications anymore. And I'm not telling you to stop your medication, but get with your doctor to make some adjustments on that. The other thing that's really important is enough vegetables, raw salads. There's certain phytonutrients in these foods that help to detoxify the liver. Phase 1, phase 2 detoxification, turning poisons into harmless particles. But a lot of cooked foods without vegetables, a lot of processed foods without any greens will eventually cause a lot of damage to your liver. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. So I want to thank you for being here and watching my videos. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do so you can stay informed of future videos. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's some only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto and Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.